And we're live. Alright, dude. I just did this video, and it had all kinds of fuck-ups. I don't know. This message doesn't want to be told. For 3 days in a row, my messages have been kind of twisted. I'm going to just dive right into it. I'm the High Priestess Phoenix, the Lilith reincarnated. I did a whole intro. Catch my intro in another video. I was piggybacking to Joe Bart's video. Joe Bart posted a video that said, "Is love real?" He starts out with the video talking about the different kinds of love, and he goes into romantic love and says that the beginning initial stages are all based on physical attraction. I told him, you lost me there. I don't have that kind of love. That I've only been taught God's love. The love I do know is not a love that anybody else gives, and I went into an explanation of that love and some of my story. Then it started to reach out, and the Holy Spirit wanted me to tell the story of Bobby and my awakening, my first experience of love since I've awoken. And it's a shit-ass story, and in the middle of it, it just cut off. I'm like, oh man, I gotta tell this shit-ass story again. I hate telling this shit-ass story. It's a shit-ass story. Not at first, but where we are now, yeah, it's a shit-ass story. I guess it was always a shit-ass story. Alright, here we go. I'm not giving you all the fucking beginning of it. This is how it happens, right? God, I do have to give the beginning. I hate y'all. Right, this is how it happens. Completely focused on my career and just doing what my mind says. I released my first fucking single, and some dude from the past reaches out and was like, "Congratulations that you're living your dream, blah, 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 blah." I still remember the times. I only remember this guy as somebody I worked with. I have no idea what he's talking about. And he goes on to tell me he remembers us hooking up. I have no memory of it. I'm kind of freaking out. As he's saying that, I'm like trying to remember. I'm like, I don't remember you. Let me see if I can remember anyone else. I try to remember my ex-husbands, no memories. I try to remember other parts of my life, no memories. I'm really freaking out during this conversation. He's like, I'd like to see you. A part of me is interested. The other part of me is absolutely freaked out. Doesn't really think that's a good idea. And the conversation ends there. After that conversation, I realize something is going wrong in my head and my body. And I start going on a trip to try to figure this out. I'm fully aware that I've been blacking out my whole life. And I am 100% positive that I have a personality disorder that is taking over, as it is still currently taking over at this time. Alright, so I am trying to get into a doctor to see what's going on. I am trying to self-heal this shit. I am doing a lot of talk therapy, and at the same time, it's getting worse. I end up having a panic attack. And I thought it's a heart attack, but it ends up being a panic attack, and my heart is going crazy. I think it has to do with the diet pills they put me on, all kinds of stuff. I finally make it in to see a mental health specialist, but my personality disorder is acting up with him because he's not saying what I want to hear. So as I'm about to storm out of his office, one of my personalities is storming out of his office with an attitude towards him because he's not telling me what we want to hear. I myself am crying at him and saying I need some help. He tells me to get online. As I'm walking out the door, he's going to make me another appointment, and he tells me to get online and look up internal family parts therapy. When I finally get home and I calm down and I have control over my body again, I do as he says. I watched 2 videos of how to use meditation as body mapping. He said to just focus on the area that hurts and this, that, and the other. So I did. At that time, it was my heart. This is where the story started to mess up in my last video. So I close my eyes. I'm sitting there like he says, first experience of meditation, and I'm focusing on my heart, which obviously I'm probably focusing on my breathing too. In that moment, I access a memory. This is how my memories awaken and how the beginning of my awakening happens. I have no memories until this one. What is it? I see myself at work at the hotel. I'm standing outside of myself, in front of myself, looking at myself. And I'm full with fucking butterflies and hearts. You can see this expression on my face that I am just like so madly in love with something. Right? And I'm looking at myself all dumbfounded, like, what am I looking at? As I go to turn around to see what I'm looking at, my astral body gets projected into my body, and now I'm looking through my own eyes in this memory, and I see Bobby approaching me at work. As he's approaching me and I'm looking through my own eyes, I am now in my own body and my own feelings, and I am filled with the exact feeling I saw all over me, which is all kinds of love. I've got fucking cupcakes, dude, going on, like total butterflies. I am like madly in love. And I don't know if he sees it, but I saw it in that memory. I am like madly in love with him. My eyes are closed and I'm just reliving a memory. And I am like crying. I have never felt this way. This is my first time ever being in my body, feeling this particular feeling. I've never felt this way. Never felt what it felt to be like me. It's my first memory. And it's a beautiful memory. I am like madly in love with this guy. I'm trying to remember who this guy is to begin with. All I remember is that I work with him. And then out of nowhere, after some therapy and a lot of crazy shit happening, I close my eyes and I catch this memory of how wonderful I felt about him. Now I can say that now, but back then I thought it was how wonderful he made me feel. I didn't know why I was filled with all these feelings. When I came out of it, without hesitation, I sent him a message. I was like, I discovered that I used to be in love with you, and I think that's why I don't remember you, and I'm going to figure this out. And that was it. As interesting and wonderful as it wasn't priority, because at this point I was still trying to figure out my entire life. Where's my mother? Where's my brothers and sisters? How long have I been divorced? How come you're the only... He tells me that... I realize that I haven't talked to him in nearly 5 years, and he's telling me that he's the last person I hooked up with. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to figure out all my life right now, and in my quiet spaces, it would go back to him. And I'm trying to figure it out, like, what happened? Why was I in love with you and I'm not anymore? What happened between us? Why was I in love with you? How come I felt that way and we're not together anymore? I'd go back to those moments. I'd try to figure it out, but I couldn't. I'd send him messages and stuff, but I still had my personality disorder, and most effectively, my personality disorder was trying to keep me away from this man. I kept pushing him away and flaring up. And it turned into a big-ass, problem. And I was just trying to make it turn it off. After it turned on, I just wanted it to turn off, but I had this desire to want to explore it. I really wanted to know why I felt that way, and I'd never felt that way, and every time I would think of him, I would feel that way again. It was a good feeling that would come over me that I never felt, but I didn't understand it, and I couldn't have it, because he had already told me that he was married, so I felt condemned and guilty, and I wanted to understand it, but I didn't want to deal with him, because I knew morally that was just wrong. And so I'm trying to understand why I was, not knowing I still am. When do I discover that? When he comes to my house. I mean, I'm already facing it, and that's what I'm telling him, is like, I am trying so hard to make this go away. I cannot. That's what's happening. I'm like, I discovered that I'm in love with him, but now it's like overtaking me, and now I'm like currently, it's not a past memory. I'm in love with this guy. I don't even know you, bro. Like, oh my God, this is bad. And it's crushing me, and that's when I meet Tree, and I tell Tree what's happening to me, and Tree's like, you just gotta go with the feeling. And so the next day, or maybe even that night, I send him a message, and I'm like, all right. I just have to accept that I'm in love with you. And even if you don't love me back, I have to just accept this in order to gain some peace out of it. And then, to my surprise, he sends this message to the effect, it's like, I can't hold it back either. I don't know what he's talking about. Probably his dick at this point. I still haven't got the truth out of that guy. But anyways, I'm excited. Under my very feeble mind, I have this idea that I've kind of woke up and I'm in love with a man that's in love with me, and maybe we could figure this out. want to cry so hard because it's like, what were you thinking? I don't know. That's what I thought. And I played it out like it was this happy fairy tale, that something was going to work. I even told people around me that one day we'll be together. I don't know. And even when he asked me that, he made me feel so small. You asked me to leave my wife. I don't know, God. I just wanted to have what I had, with that feeling I had with him, but I wanted it to be legit. But I didn't want to be part of it at all. That's the whole part, is I did everything to stop feeling that way for him. And then when I realized I couldn't, I just ran. And as you can see, every time God brings him up, I'm like, please don't. I don't know why I love him. I looked through all those memories. It took me 2 years, and all he did was fuck me, bro. And I fucked him back. That's all I can find in any of those memories. That's not a reason to love somebody, bro. So go back to Joe Bart's thing. I don't know. I wasn't even attracted to him like that. I mean, I know he was attracted to me. He kept trying to, like fucking, flirt with me. And when I finally gave in, it was more about power and control, is what I said. I still can't find any reason as to why I would have fell in love with him. We were just fucking. And then when he told me later, he's like, I don't know why I asked. He's like, how many times did we hook up? He's like, 12, 10 or 12. What the fuck? Like, for, like, how many, when? What? How, like, over years? Or like, what? What? Because I could only remember, like, maybe 4. And that's not even true. I can remember, like, 4 locations. But that's memories that I can remember of, any of my other husbands. Or anything else. And it's like, oh, God. Holy shit. Really? Yeah. I wish it would just... As much as I say that, that's not true, because I've never felt like that before, and he swears I'll feel it, somebody else will make me feel that way, and it was really pathetic to look him in his face at fucking 42 years old, you know what I mean, homeless, and like, am I ever gonna get over you? Have you ever felt like this? If I didn't feel that way for him, I would have never felt that way, because I didn't feel it before, and so it really is beautiful thing. But it teaches you that it is better to have loved and lost than never have love at all. This is my first twin flame, bro, and I have to walk away. And that goes against all these other twin flames in their books, bro. But as I walk away, more of them come. And it's the same thing. I don't even like you. Why do I love you so much? I don't even know you. I've never been able to control it. God just turns it on, and if I try to stop it, I suffer immensely. And there's nobody that loves as true and honest as I do, and it's absolutely terrifying. And nobody wants it, and I don't either. Hold on, I need to wipe my face. I'm a total snot face. I don't know what it means to like somebody and then fall in love with them. Just know what it means to be stuck in love with someone and not them. I love my spirit team. They'll always pull me out of my shit making fun of me. I'm gonna leave the comments open. I wish somebody would share their story about how they fell in love. I don't know how someone falls in love. I never fell. I've just been stuck in it. I tried to ask him, I tried to figure it out. Why would you love him? What do you even like about him? He's just as confused. He thinks I'm lying. I wish, bro. I wish it wasn't real. If it wasn't real, it wouldn't be so controlling. So that was the first one. And it drove me mad. And I learned not to fight it. Oh, I mean, that's not true. I hated loving Russ even more. Oh God. Oh God. And it was just as humiliating. It was twice as humiliating and twice as painful. Fucking karma like a motherfucker. Then I learned something. Love is not ours. We choose to claim it and possess it and control it and give it to who we seem fit, but it's not our feeling. It overcomes us. Love is not ours. And that's why you can't have anything good without God, because that's His. It's given to you. You know conditional love, right? That's conditional. Meaning you have to love your family because it's your family. I have to love my kids. Them fucking assholes. Now, the love I have inside for them, that's from God. The love I have inside for my family. Because we ourselves can stop loving. But God doesn't. And the God inside of you, and that's where that Christ comes in. It's like, how can you keep forgiving him? I swear it's not me, it's God. I swear it's Christ. I wouldn't be so forgiving. I never was. I never would forgive someone for such a thing. And that's how you can tell that, you know what I mean? Christ comes in and He demands that I do the right thing. And it's not 100% about you, bro. It usually isn't. Because why didn't I forgive my ex-husbands? Why didn't I forgive before you? In essence, you know what I mean? And I'll sit there wondering why. Twin flames will make you, you know what I mean? They'll make you question why. They'll make you better. Ultimately, a twin flame doesn't make you worse. They make you better. But it's the worst ride you'll ever go through. And that's how you can tell the difference. People always want to know how do you know if it's a twin flame? Are they making you become better? Are you being better to them and everyone else in ways that you wouldn't have? And that's what each of them do. They call me to be a better person towards them, but for myself too. You know? I would never is the most common saying when it comes to these men. I would never. But for you. Why me? It's because God said His love for you is so strong that I can't deny it inside of my own body. I don't fully understand it. I try to, and I try to turn it off, but I can't. It's His love for you that runs through me. And I have no control over that love. It's kind of funny, isn't it, though? Go love Him. Oh, this is going to be good. What kind of shit is going to come out of my mouth? Oh, God. And then I did. I sat in front of Him. I think about it. How funny that is. If you could have seen the look on His face. I hadn't seen Him. I hadn't talked to Him. I did. He tried. Once a year, he contacted. So he had tried to contact me, and then I got mad at him because he made fun of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I blocked him. And I come back to Colorado, and God's making me contact him. I don't want to. I've been here for months, and I still won't talk to him. I'm driving around in circles in his neighborhood almost. Nope, 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 nope. Finally, I contact him, and he's like, yeah, we're just going to be friends. We're not going to be intimate. And I get all butthurt about it, and I'm crying, and I don't even know why. It's real weird, right? So we finally meet as friends. We sit down, and we have coffee outside. We're sitting at a bench, and my mind says this, and I see this in my mind, and it comes out of my mouth. When I see this vision of me sitting on his lap with his hands running up and down my back. So we're trying to be friends, and that's what I tell him. After that, I realized I can't be your friend, bro. I am not. That's dumb. I tried. I did. And I said it to him. I was like, I don't even know exactly how I said it. He's like, you can't do that. There's people here. It's like, I know. I'm just thinking about it. You don't say shit like that. That's what I was trying to say is like, your true feelings, they come out very messy. It's kind of hilarious. It's very not scripted. You said that? Yeah, bro. But in essence, it's like, if he wasn't hard before that, I sure made it hard for him. In the essence, I wasn't thinking about some dirty sex. I really was just thinking about how great it would be to be in your arms. It just came out dirty and seductive. I didn't mean to. And I'm like, oh God, you have no control. What's wrong with you? Oh God. And then I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm mortified by my bravery and audacity. But at the same time, it's like captivating because it's like, well, shit, yeah, I ain't never seen no shit like that. I'm like, wow, you're really brave. You're really kind of trying to put yourself out there. That's good. But in the sense of, I'm like, oh, come on. And I'm excited because I can't pretend to have this, you know what I mean, that sense of bravery with anyone else. I never felt like saying some stupid shit like that with anyone else, you know, and then, I don't know. The feelings are real, and I try to deny them because of the situation, and I try to redirect them because of the situation. Isn't that sad? I don't want to have this conversation. It's such a sad story, isn't it? It started out real fucking butterfly-y in my head that, you know, I'm gonna be happy with this guy. That's when I'm with him, it's a great feeling. It's feelings I've never felt before. But as soon as, you know, leading up to that or leaving him, it's all condemning and terrible. It's like, what is this, dude? I have to, like, for a few moments, it's just a few moments of joy, where the rest of it is just absolute heartache. And it's like, were those moments worth it? Yeah. The blowjob, why? Why? Because I was ashamed. Because I didn't understand why I did it the first time. And I didn't remember it. And I knew it was possible it would happen again. And I was quite captivated to see because he made such a big deal about it. And it was like the best blowjob ever. And, you know, history says that I give the best blowjobs ever. So I'm like, well, I mean, ultimately, he was playing stupid in the DMs, acting like he didn't want to hook up. But I knew that's what he wanted to do, and I didn't know what else we were going to do. So I just did it. I did not expect him to ghost me. I don't know what I thought. I guess I had no intention. I had no understanding what would happen. Was I really going to give him a blowjob? No, it just happened. That's exactly what happened at my house. I had no idea, dude. I let him in, and I literally did exactly that. I crawled on top of him, and... oh, man. And that's why I was so mortified. Why would you do this with, in my eyes, an absolute stranger? But then you go back and he says we done did this like 12 times. I'm like, to me, I understand it's pattern. Well, let me see this pattern. What do I do with this guy? Why do I do this? And that's kind of where it is. It's like I had to just see what was going to happen. And that's what I kept saying in the message. I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't, control myself. I think he knew exactly what because he'd seen it before. And that's what I've seen. He was not in control. Why'd you do that? Well, I know that, and that's what I started in the beginning. I know that was the way that I was taught to show my husbands. Oh, if you love me, you give me a blowjob. Oh, if you love me, and, yeah, sadistic, right? I know, there was a lot of fucking manipulation in the sex behaviors. Oh, you don't love me? Fine, somebody else. Yeah, dude. Why would you I don't know. I was mental, bro. There's a lot of things I don't know. There's a lot of things I just have to accept, bro. I don't accept it, but I have to. I have to find some kind of acceptance about the past. Now, going back to it, as I explained that memory I had, that's how my memories work. I didn't know how to explain them back then, but now I can say in words. What happens? I get a visual of myself in a time. And I tell you, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing the memory. At first, I see it from outside of myself. But then I see it from my own eyes, and now I'm in my body, and I can feel this memory on me. I feel my own pain. And I'm stuck in it until I can get back out of it. And that's what I tell you is the dark night of the soul. I'm stuck in the memory. I'm literally stuck in this memory, physically and mentally. I'm seeing it and replaying it. I can't get out of it. I'm back in my body. That's how my memories work. So when I had the memory, this was real scary to me. It was one that really stood out. It scared me, bro. It was terrible. I'm with Freak Show, and I'm asking him, I'm trying to figure out what happened to my producer. I made a whole album. I don't talk to you. Where have you been? Why are you have nothing to do with my music when you were there for fucking 10, 12 years of my life? And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him and I tell him what happens. I told him, I was over at the stoplight by your house and I just started crying, bro. Do you know why that would have happened? He's like, that's where they lived. And that's what he said. He said, that's where they lived. When he said they, I got the memories. It was real fast. What did I get? I got a couple of memories. And then more of them came because I kept focusing real hard, but it was bad. I got the memory of the bar that was on that corner and that I was with them that day. And then the next memory was me at their house. And then the next memory was I'm naked in their bed and his wife, he's on one side of me and his wife is on one side of me, and I'm stuck in my own body, and I'm around them and they're naked and I'm naked. And this is the memory, and I can pull out of that one real fast, but I'm mortified. How did I get there? What happened? And this all happens while he says they. So let me tell you, these are the memories that happen in my head, but this is the real life time that's happening. He's like, that's where they lived. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, is what I'm saying outside as I'm seeing this. I'm saying this as I'm seeing it. He's trying to talk me down. He hasn't seen me in, 15, 20 years. Because this is before these kids, bro. 15, 20 years he hasn't seen me, but he knows this is the last time he saw me and what happened. And he's like, Lucky, I told you, bro. I fucking told you. And he's screaming at me because he told me that day. And he probably always thought about it forever, bro. It's like, Lucky, I fucking told you, bro. I fucking told you not to go with them. I fucking told you. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He knows the whole story. I'm just seeing it for the first time right now. I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck in bed with them. It was one of the scariest flashbacks ever. He's right in front of my face trying to calm me down, but I can't because I'm in the bed with them in my head. That one almost killed me. I spent 2 days on that one, and I realized that's when I taught everyone not to look for the details. I kept trying to figure it out. How did I get there? But every time I took myself back to that memory, I was just in the bed with them. I couldn't see how they got me in the bed. I could remember little memories of playing card games in their living room, and then seeing they're doing lots of cocaine, and I could remember little memories, but nothing that told me how I got in the bed, and nothing that told me how I got out. And that's when I learned not to look for details, to just live in that quick moment, heal that moment, because that's the moment that counts, that scared the shit out of you, where you shut off, and then get out. That's how my memories work, though. One of them, I'm in a hotel, and I realize how I got there. I'm there with my mom's friend, and my mom's sent my mom's friend down to 5 Points, which is now Rhino, but that's where I used to go to buy crack. She sent her down there with no money and me to go score, and we're in a hotel. I see what's about to happen, and I don't want to see what happens, but I see what's about to happen and why I'm there. And it killed me, bro. My mom knew what was gonna happen, bro. Why would she send me there if she knew, bro? She had to know, because Pam did it every time. I had more than one memory with her at hotels down there, bro. What did my mom think was happening, bro? What did she think Pam was doing with me? Yeah, bro. These memories are fucking harsh, and you get blasted back into them. And you have to, that's what I do, and I have to relive them, and that's why I have passion for you guys, but I have to tell you how difficult it is to be in them, and how you get out of them, because I physically get trapped in them. I can't get out until I heal it. I'm stuck in it, bro. I am stuck in this fucked up fucking thing that happened to me long, long ago, until I can see my way out of it, with love, compassion, and understanding. If I can't forgive it, I can't get out of it. I'm already stuck. And those are kind of the only memories that come back, things that I have to heal, things that I got, you know what I mean, that are hidden, subconscious. With some of them, sometimes I get some good memories that I'm like, oh, I never remember, like yesterday, that saying, I used to always say that saying, you have to be an iron fist with a velvet glove. When it popped in my head, I remembered that I used to say that. That was my saying. I learn about myself a lot, and that's what it is. It's a self-discovery journey. But it's self-healing, because I'm finding all I'm discovering is hurt parts of myself from the past, and I heal them. And that's what makes me a professional at teaching you how to do it. And that's exactly what Carl Jung described, bro. You go into the darkest pits of your mind, you face your own demons, your own fears, your own shames, your own memories. He wrote it, but I do it, bro. I see it. It's so scary in there. And that's where I know it's coming. I've learned for so long. It's dark. And then it comes. And so, like, something simple, I shared it on Friday, right? Friday's shadow work came. I'm just angry. And then all of a sudden, I see the feeling. And the memories. How many? A few. I don't always tell you each one. Memories. And I get stuck in them, and I have to get out of them. I can't go to work, and that's where it was. I was in between memories. You know, when I got to work, I couldn't just clock in and get to work. I just pulled myself out of really hard memories of being fucked by men. I'm still feeling that, the pain of that. I'm still, the residual, I'm still trying to pull myself out of the past and put myself into the present. And that's difficult.
They called curfew. They said they screamed at every kid back in their rooms.
So,
and I went on a chase to help my friend.
Okay.
My friend or sister.
So, when I started the video, I was like, I have no cards to pull out. I have love reading cards that tarot readers use to stalk, you know, the people that are not talking to them. I use them, and they trigger me. I don't use them for that. I don't know what it means to just fall in love with someone based on just their appearance. I can't tell you. I'm like, I can't tell you when I fell in love with Russ. I didn't fall in love with Russ. I always loved him. I talked to him like I knew him. There was a love between us that only grew. Again, I can't tell you when I fell in love with fucking Bobby. I can tell you that I did not love my ex-husbands. From what I understand and what I feel towards my twin flames, these feelings of love, of complete strangers that I've never touched or met, and that you can see that tend to repulse me all the time, I have a love for them that I'll cry, that makes me cry, that brings me to my knees. I am in no way at all physically attracted to Kanye West. But my heart loves him so much and wants nothing but greatness for him, and I'm willing to do whatever I can. And it's the same for Russ and Lewis and Logic and Royce and Allie and Mike. And I can't turn it off. And I guess I shouldn't want to, because if I didn't give them love, I wouldn't give anyone love. You know? It's a fucking curse. But loving them has done nothing but make me better. Every single one of them. That's the difference between karmic and real twin flames. Ever since I met Wolfman, he's made me better. What sucks is you guys don't get any better. But I'm grateful and hateful about it, because the books say it's supposed to go both ways. But yeah, that whole romantic love, it doesn't really exist in any of my relationships. There's some kind of physical passion I feel for Bobby. But that, I don't know that love you guys live off of. I don't know it. I only know God's love. The love that God has given me and how He wants me to love others. I don't even think anybody ever tells us, that's not how you love somebody. Or they tell us that how to love me. I don't think people use those kind of words. I think that you just assume what love is and give what you think it is. And what people give you think is love. Maybe I thought, I don't know. I'm looking at Bobby and it's like, why did you think he loved you? Because he told me multiple times. I thought it was true. I didn't think he was lying. And as I started this journey, I realized that you can love more than one person. Loving Bobby doesn't make me love, that was very complex for me. Being caught up with Bobby and still my heart being so in love with Marshall. And how could you do this? I don't know. It doesn't mean I don't love you, and it doesn't mean I love him more. It's very complex. And that's the next thing. Can you love me? That was what was funny, is afterwards the resounding noise was, can you love me like you love him? I don't know. I don't even know why I'm that way with him. And I asked. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how much I do love you, as I'm always trying to turn it off and control it. I don't know how much I love any of them and how far I'll go with any of them. That was just that one, and because he was here. It doesn't mean that, it's just I don't know. I don't know the extent of my love for each of them. I just know I love them. Nate, oh God, he brings me to tears. And it's not an intimate you know, I want to touch you. I make jokes just to get under his skin about the blowjobs and stuff. It's all jokes. I'm not getting on my knees for any of these guys. Really? I don't think so. As I said that, I didn't think I was going to do it, Ramon. Yeah. Sorry. I'm serious, dude. When he told me he didn't want to sleep with me, I started crying and I didn't understand. Like, I didn't even know I wanted you to. Like, I've been saying for a year and a half I didn't, and you better not try. And then you tell me you're not going to try, and now I'm very upset and crying about the fact that you don't want to fuck me. I am very confused. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out my feelings, and I just keep asking you how the fuck you feel, and you say I'm the devil. This is not helping. We're getting nowhere. I mean, fucking nowhere. That's not true. I'm discovering my feelings. But, I don't know. What are they doing? Repressing theirs? I mean, maybe they don't feel. And that's another thing, too, is I can sit back and kind of say that. It's like, well, I lived my whole life unfeeling. I didn't feel anything until now, and I feel everything. And they call it psychic abilities, and this shit sucks. I mean, I literally feel everything. That's what it means, work through your feelings. You learn so many feelings inside of yourself, you can feel everything outside of yourself, too. I didn't expect this video to, I didn't know what this, I knew it was going to be about love, but I didn't know how we were going to tell it, and I knew it was going to be about that story, and I didn't want to tell that damn story. It starts out really beautiful in my head, you know? I really do believe that this is some weird miracle. But I woke up as, I thought it was Sleeping Beauty, bro. Damn it. Put me back to sleep. Really, it was really tragic, and nobody had the nerve to tell me I was living in a fantasy world. The people in my studio, they were very entertaining, the fact that I was, like, in love with a married man and acting like, you know, this was okay. I was delusional. But in the same sense, I look back and it's like, Tree, why'd you tell me? And they couldn't, dude. I was already sick, bro. If I wasn't happy about him, I was crying all the time about how bad my life was. They couldn't take away the only good thing I had. And that's why I looked at God. God, why? He said, if I didn't let you believe in that, you weren't going to keep going. And that's what started it. If I could just fix myself, then we could be together. It started with him, but I carried that pattern with everyone. And it was, you know, it was I don't know, an insecurity that I carried with everyone, and it got deep, it got more and more challenging until you get to Lewis. And, you know, in essence, Lewis is considered one of my most attractive twin flames. He's very attractive. And it was just absolutely intimidating, to be honest, and I had to make videos. I'm like, dude, I feel like such trash next to you. I feel like your dog has more class than me, and it has a passport. It has, you know what I mean? It has better health, you know, beauty fucking routines than I do, and it definitely eats better. The fucking dog is a vegan itself. I was like, you know, I felt like garbage next to him, because of the two worlds divided. But I had to, you know, God wanted me to see that I was worthy enough to have a Lewis Hamilton, and why can't Lewis Hamilton love me? And that was a lot of work inside of me. It had nothing, I don't even know if I really took a shot at Lewis. I don't think I would have. I was more about being brave enough to accept that I could have Lewis, and not to think that I couldn't. Just rebuilding my, you know, securities in my foundation, my sense of self. And that was, you know, that was its own battle, and I wasn't, you know, even half as thin as I am now. I still smoke cigarettes and all that. And then it was all of that, you know, going back to it. It's like, I'm not good enough for them. And that's where it started, even with Bobby. It's like, you know, I wasn't good enough in my own head. And then when you realize you are good enough and that you never deserve this, you kind of got to move on. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It's just you've got to, not necessarily pride-wise, but for your own mental health and the possibility of fucking real love coming, is you got to move on. This is not real. Why did I think Russ was going to marry me and have kids? You look back at him and you're like, how could you possibly? I mean, I don't know. And then it's just as fucking terrifying. You're looking at Marshall, Allie, or even Wolfman. This dude's never gonna settle down. He ain't baby daddy material. This is a fuckboy all over again. What are you doing? No offense to you guys. But in the essence of what I'm trying to get away from, I'm just getting more of. Here comes Ellie. 25? I promised I wouldn't do this no more. No more 25-year-olds. No, he's a good 25. Oh, come on, God. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I do it because I'm being brave and I'm doing what's right. I don't really believe that it's going to work out with us. Why? Just one-sided. I'm fully aware of that. And I know that I gotta just keep giving into it. Just don't get my feelings hurt doing it. And that's the hard part. Being detached. I give them a lot of opportunity to humiliate me, and that's fine. The point is not to feel the humiliation. Somehow, you live through life, you're not supposed to feel what's being put on you. I don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm trying to kind of put it into words. I'm seeing something in particular. It's like the rejection. They always say don't take the rejection personally. It personally happened to me. I feel very, rejected. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like, all of my efforts went to nothing. And I don't understand why I wasn't good enough. Those are, rejection 101 feelings. And it's not always, that it's not that you weren't good enough. You just weren't it wasn't a right match. And you don't understand that. You don't need to fully understand it. You just need to accept that you guys just ain't a right match. Oh, but I thought we could, you thought. So did I. Made a lot of mistakes along the way, and most of them are just thinking. That's the biggest thing I say that makes me cry. What were you thinking? And then I have to go back and put together these thoughts, and they make sense in my head. But it doesn't. And this is what brought me here, was these thoughts. You put these thoughts together, and this is the outcome. Maybe we should think harder next time, or just stop thinking about shit. Going back to what Bobby said. You asked me to leave my wife. What were you thinking? He made me feel like an idiot for thinking that. But when I explained it, it's like I'm not the only person that thinks this, and what else was I supposed to think? What did you think I thought? And what the fuck are you thinking, douchebag? It goes back from, this is how the whole ride goes, right? It's like you hate yourself. No, first you hate them. Then you hate yourself. And then you hate God. And then what? And then somewhere around there you start accepting it. Or you might go through the hate project. I was really hating him again yesterday. I hate this. Can you understand why I don't want to do this? My twin flame. Oh God. Here they come to burn my ass. I don't know. Joe Bart, are you in love? How'd that start? You found someone that you liked on the surface, and then you fell in love with them? How does that work? I feel like you fell in acceptance with them. You liked how they made you feel on the outside, but then you accepted how you feel on the inside. I don't think you have real love. Not the kind that you can't control and makes you look stupid and you kind of regret and you wish would go away. Marshall, do you know anything about that? Did you really love your wife like that, Marshall? I didn't love my husbands like that, but I regretted the relationship I did have. It wasn't on love, now looking at the difference. I don't know. Many of you have had many lovers, and it's one hell of a conversation to have. Did you love them? What did that love look like to you? Is it the same love you have with every lover? And that's what, going back to Wolfman, all my Sagittarius exes. Are they different from your Aries or your Geminis or your Leos? Your fucking Libras and your Virgos and your Capricorns? Do you treat them differently? Or is it the fact that you love them all the same and it never works out? Is it you or them? Can you date people from, are they at all different? Or they just have different calendared birthdays? And they always have to look a certain way and be a certain way, as you said in the beginning. They have to check the right boxes. Well, in essence, you keep getting the wrong vote, if that's the case. If you have a wish list, and now your wish list leads to shit every time, you might want to change that list. Quit wishing. That's some bullshit. I don't know. Learn. I don't know. Maybe he was physically, I guess. I'm hot. That's funny, I like that. I don't know. Good luck with your love. I don't have control over mine. It's not something that I just give. It's just something that God turns on inside of me. I wish I fell in love. I bet you wish you didn't. I bet you wish you didn't. You just want a relationship that looks loving. Those aren't real either. Real love is really crushing. I don't know. I'm part of God's love, and that shit is crushing. Hey, this was a good video. I gotta move on. I got, bed and stuff. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Later, haters.